Good morning. Welcome to One Yard Wednesday. I'm Colleen from GE Designs. One Yard Wednesday is the show where we have fun and creative ideas using great fabrics at fantastic prices. And today is no exception. We have a nice collection of a dozen fabrics for you. Just so you know, the fabric prices will be live when the show is over. So sit back and relax and watch the show. Before we see the fabrics, I want to draw your attention to the quilt that's right behind me. This is Frequency. It's from the book Stripology Mixology. I really love this quilt, and it is going to be great in the fabric collection that I have today, and I will show you some blocks of this before we're finished. Let's dig into these fabrics. The first fabric is this one. It is called Vista Stripe Red Sky. So today we have 12 different Vista stripe fabrics, and you'll notice that they are all on the diagonal. I love diagonal stripes. They are really fun to work with, and I have some fun ideas for you too. I also want to point out that this collection has the OEKO text rating on here, and I did a little investigating about that some time ago, and it's a great indicator that these fabrics have been tested for over 100 fabrics, 100 substances harmful to humans. So they have been tested and cleared of harmful substances, which is really cool. The second fabric is Vista Stripe Sunshine, and it is so pretty. Of course, you know, I love orange. Of course, I love both the red orange and the yellow orange. These are two of my favorites for sure. Vista Stripe Sunshine. The third is Vista Stripe Road Trip. Love me a road trip. Purple and green and orange and teal. So much fun. This is another great diagonal stripe. If you're wondering what diagonal means, it simply means that the stripe is on the 45-degree angle. If you're looking at the selvage, this is about 45 degrees. So it is really makes for a fun use of stripe. The fourth fabric is Vista Stripe Mountain. I think this is sunset, a mountain at sunset. Very pretty, a little bit more pink, lots of blue. Again, I would like to have one of all of these Vista stripes. The next is Vista Stripe Grass. We know how it got its name. This really pretty green shades, again, Vista Stripe Grass, and all of these are so pretty. These are done by Grant Hafner for Wyndham. This stripe is this Vista Stripe Meadow. Isn't this pretty? The teal and green and a little bit of pinky red in here. Little gray, very, very pretty. These would be great in blocks. They would be great bindings, all kinds of applications. The next is Vista Stripe Sky. This is a very pretty blue sky with a little bit of white, maybe a few clouds in this sky, right? So pretty. The eighth stripe is called Vista Stripe Deep Blue. So the deep blue, the purple, the hot pink, the aqua, really fun collection. Aren't these pretty? I have them organized kind of like a color wheel going from red into yellow and green and blue. I love looking at these. The next stripe is Midnight. Isn't this cool? And it sure does look like midnight, doesn't it? That dark sky with a little, maybe some stars in here, a little bit of gray. Midnight is so cool. The 10th stripe is Night Drive. So now we're in the dark, we're out in the country, we're driving and looking at the horizon, and these dark colors are really reminding me of that kind of an experience. I love the brown in this one too. And then in the gray tones, I have Vista Stripe Stone. So you can see it has some of the dark gray from the earlier colors, and then this real pretty light gray and a little bit of white. Vista Stripe Stone. And last but not least, Vista Stripe White. So now this is a white on white. It has the white texture is just a little bit of embossing. My tip to you, if you're pressing this, is to press it on the wrong side first to get the wrinkles out. But it's a really beautiful white, and you can see how it would make a great background and a great complement to any of these stripes. I love working with stripes, but some folks don't like working with stripes because they need to be all matchy-matchy. This is where the diagonal stripes come in really handy because you'll cut them and they won't need to line up perfectly straight. They also make really great bindings. Let me show you a couple of examples. The first example is this placemat. This is a GEasy pattern from GEQuiltDesigns.com. So cute. It's a quilt as you go placemat. But my purpose in pulling it today is just to show you this really cute diagonal stripe binding. Now, I do a lot of diagonal stripe bindings by cutting fabrics on the diagonal. These are great because you can just cut them with the fabric and you get this great diagonal effect. Here's another example. Isn't this fun? So this is a Halloween theme runner and has these really fun diagonal stripes here as well. Gives it a lot of movement and a lot of interest, and just adds an element of surprise. And then I have Jewel. I love this quilt. This is such a fun Christmas quilt. I love this. And I think what really sets it off is this wonderful diagonal stripe binding. Again, you can cut a diagonal stripe to do binding, but if you have a fabric that has a diagonal stripe, you're halfway home. So much fun. I'm so excited to show you the frequency blocks I'm working on. I didn't get them all finished, but enough to really entice me to want to continue. So here's the frequency quilt behind me. Let's look at the pattern and the blocks I have done so far. Frequency is from the book Stripology Mixology. And how fun is this? This is a strip quilt, meaning you're going to make this from 2.5-inch strips and some 1.5-inch strips. So I am using, my background is Spectrostatic Dust. I love this background. And here, I'm going to move the book way over here. And here are my blocks using the Vista stripes. Aren't they fun? Look at how pretty they are. And of course, I've got A blocks and B blocks and all different kinds of blocks. But I really mostly wanted to show you how cool the stripe shows up here. Isn't this going to be a beautiful Vista? Here's another one. So I'm going to continue making these until I get myself a lap size frequency quilt right here. Let's look one more time at these awesome diagonal Vista stripe fabrics. The first one is the white on white, Vista Stripe White. It has a little bit of an embossed white on the white background. Perfect background for just about anything. This is Vista Stripe Stone. You can see how it got its name. These tones of gray and white and blue, really pretty. And then Vista Stripe Night Drive. Dark skies and dark roads. Driving out in the country is what this reminds me of. Very cool. Vista Stripe Midnight. The dark, again, the blue and the dark and the gray. Very cool. These all work great together, and if you have a favorite color scheme that you like to use, you can definitely pull and add these to complement the colors that you already love. Vista Stripe Deep Blue. These blue and aquas and pinks, very pretty. Vista Stripe Sky. You can see how it got its name in the shades of blue, a little bit of cloud in here. Love it. Vista Stripe Meadow. This is really looks like a meadow of wildflowers with a little bit of green and some beautiful florals here. Vista Stripe Grass. You can see how it got its name. Fun different shades of green here, blowing in the wind. So pretty. Vista Stripe Mountain. I think this is a mountain at sunset. Isn't that pretty? Pinks and blues and grays and oranges. Vista Stripe Road Trip. This one is, of all of them, this one is my favorite. I love all of these brights. And then Vista Stripe Sunshine, orange and yellow, so pretty. And Vista Stripe Red Sky, red and orange and a little bit of the gray black. All of these, alone or together, are really wonderful to add to any collection. I hope you love these Vista stripes. I love this, that these are on the diagonal. They make life really fun and super fun to play with. And if you've been putting off sewing with stripes, this is a great opportunity. So grab yourself some Vista stripes. Make the frequency quilt along with me from Stripology Mixology. Grab your Stripology ruler and make yourself something wonderful. I'm Colleen, and that's Mr. GP producing, and we hope you have a great day. See you next time.